Best of 5, Battlefield of Eternity. Alright, boys and girls, we are in the winner bracket semi-final. Here we go. The Cats against the Bang Bush. Both of them successful in the X-Cup Summer Playoffs here in the round of 8. So yes, we are still in the winner brackets. There is obviously a double elimination system. We are now finally in best of 5 territory. And it's going to be an awesome event. Again, this is the last season of the X Cup for now. Mr. X sponsored 4 seasons in total. Big shout out to him. Without him, all of this wouldn't have been possible. And for me, it's honestly amazing that now for nearly a year we had continuous Heroes of the Storm content thanks to him and all of those amazing games here. We whittled the teams down to the top 8 after the 10 qualifiers that we had, the 10 tournaments. Now it's up to the double elimination system and our 8 teams to decide who takes the biggest chunk of the prize money. 4,000 euros in total on the line here. And here we go. We got Lucio and also Hanzo. Okay. Immediately banned out. I mean, first of all, you know, you're up against bishops, so you already want to ban Hanzo. Then you realize you're on Battlefield of Eternity, so you also want to make sure that your opponent doesn't get it. And, well, here we are. Brightwing gets also taken care of. Very quickly out of the mix. Bangbush is obviously the favorite here. Let's be honest. The Cats have been doing well, but the Bangbush, generally speaking, is still the favorite. I wouldn't put it past the Cats to cause a bit of an upset, though. I mean, they've been obviously waiting for a chance to make it into the later rounds of this tournament here as well. So let's see if they can. We got Blaze banned and Sylvanas for bishops. Okay. Are we going to get another Vala? Both of these teams played Vala in one of their earlier rounds, which I actually really like because for the longest time we have seen very little to no Vala games. So that she is currently getting a bit more popular with some of the teams, kind of nice. It's a little bit of a phase thing. Certain heroes just move in and out of the meta for no crazy reasons, but it comes down to the ban patterns a little bit. Would love to see her here again, but Sylvanas also absolutely huge on this one. So we get Urel and we get Genji instantly picked, which means we could also see Anduin paired for the blue team with Genji to get that light bomb engage going again. Bangbush is very well over there over that too, so they could pick him away or they could ban him out. They already banned out 2 supports, so I think it's very likely they're picking their own here, and they do. It is indeed Anduin, and we get Hogger. Okay. Swamgarota with Hogger, but he could always pass that over to Skog. Skog is also playing a pretty mean Hogger, so that's another one. And, well... what are... talking about bans. What do we get now? Lauba is usually playing Miraidon in this one. He could literally just come in and say like, alright, let's get rid of the Dwarf. Nah, they banned Garrosh. No Garrosh on this one. It's gonna be another Muradin, isn't it? And then again, what do you ban against Captain Rex now? I mean, honestly, they already annihilated a lot of the heroes that Captain Rex is usually playing. If they ban Rhaegar now as well, that's literally his top 4 heroes gone. Not that he's gonna run out of support, but they're banning Diablo instead. Okay. So, I suppose we're gonna get Rhaegar. And then it's just a question of what the tank is going to be. Probably both of them going to be taken now. But yeah, Vala is also still open, so let's not forget about her. If the teams want to lock in a bit more damage, they can definitely do so. Li Ming, also still up. Let's not forget about her. She's normally picked with a lot higher priority than what happened here so far. There's Tyrael, and we get Rhaegar. So they figure that no matter what gets taken by the Bangbush, they will still get a good damage dealer for themselves. Tyrael and Urel. That's a lot of mobility, by the way. Genji, Tyrael, Urel, I mean, they can jump on you heavily. Lauba, I would assume Muradin. And what is Skog taken? Map number 1 in the best of 5. Again, we're still in the winner bracket here. There's Muradin. Ready for action. And Imperius, they're going full frontline. Only Sylvanas as a range damage dealer. That leaves us with a final pick now for Battlefield of Eternity on the side of the Cats. Alright, let's get this party started. Definitely ready to rock and roll. We had the 2 teams in the round of 8, both doing very well. Taking their quarterfinal match without dropping a single map. Now they have to prove themselves in the winner bracket summer final. And the last pick is Greymane. The wolf in the house, everybody. Let's go. Battlefield of Eternity, map number 1. Game number 1. We got Captain Rex on Rega. Horny O is playing Tyrael for the Cats. Drakia on Genji. Hiraeth on Greymane. And Menaldor is playing Urel. On the right side of the map, it is the Bang Bush with Bishops on Sylvanas. Skok on Imperius. Henning is playing Anduin. We got Svamgrotta on Hogga, Lauber on Myrden, and yep, it is time to party. Who's going to take the lead in this best of 5 series? We got on level 1, the Ardent Restoration again. Menaldor is already picking it up to the top. Both of them, look at that. Full piggy style, that's how I like it. The money pick. Now that's a very rare and unique mount. So yeah, the money pick is in the house. Down to the bottom of the map, Sylvanas pressure has already started. And ooh, seems like they have a little bit of a problem. I don't think anybody disconnected, but Lauber pausing the game here. So not 100% certain what's going on. Hopefully it's only a bit of a communication issue. And yes, that seems to be the case. Yeah, sometimes the Discord server or whatnot is causing a bit of a problem. If Masquerade was in the game, I would say that he has mouse troubles again and has to blow into this mouse a little bit. I really, really hope he bought a new one by now. Ever since that event in Miami, I have just sometimes nightmares about Masquerade and his mouse troubles. But yeah, there it is. The party starts at the bottom of the map with our 4 versus 4. Now that the Sylvanas move has been figured out. I mean, that was always a little bit of a linchpin there. You have to figure out where does Sylvanas try to push in the early game and get the structure damage in. And once you have that settled, the game normally just goes into a bit more of a normal setup with a 4-1 split, bot lane, top lane. And that's kind of what we're seeing here too. After the 1 minute mark, it's obviously always a question, okay, who is going to be able to take the mercenary camps? Are we going to have a big battle over both of them? Is it one team that is able to get 2? Or is it just the even trade? And they're really fighting it out at the bottom of the map for the first one. Bishops is already moving back, but it seems like Octa might die. Tyrael is low, he dies, but he zones them away, and nearly got a hit on Lauber. So they trade Tyrael for the camp. I call worth it, I didn't like that guy anyways. Could never stand that guy, honestly. So yeah, they got the camp. All the way up at the top, we already have Rega and Genji rotating in, so Menaldor is fully aware that he only needs to buy a little bit of time, and they're going to get the second camp too. And yep, Svamgrotta has to pog out. He's getting some damage in on the other hand, so yeah, he's able to get away, but this also causes the red team to push a bit harder down to the bot lane. Because again, let's not forget that they have currently Sylvanas in their lineup, so that is definitely fairly helpful in a spot like this. Now, we got 1 kill to 0, both teams with level 4, and yeah, Revelation is in. The triple front line, of course, making this a very beefy lineup for the Bang Bush, and Sylvanas therefore has a huge meat shield that she can hide behind. But the red team, sorry, the blue team has a lot of mobile heroes that could technically try and jump on her. And the double wolf pack, yeah, we got the wolfies in house. Look at that, the wolf riding a wolf. I mean, Hiraeth is going full meta on us. I mean, that is something. Rega is there too, but they are trying to rip that Immortal apart, and Greymane is great in a situation like this. So both teams have really good heroes when it comes to Immortal damage and also trying to take some structures down. But yeah, they're already trying to go for the next big brawl. Imperius isn't here. This is a 5v4. Menaldor gets attacked, and they're taking the halftime show. Easily, I might add. So the Cats pulling a little bit ahead here in the early stages on the Immortal. They can't really take anything else just yet, so they haven't gotten a kill. But this is looking good on the objective for them. They might even have a chance to take the entire thing. So Sylvanas is slowly moving over to the right side of the map to take the Immortal down a peg. And yep, that's what we're seeing right here. Which should usually then trigger an attack by the Cats, but they're busy pushing out the bot lane and the top lane a little bit. And that causes Lauber and his boys to try and go for a kill here. They're trying to go for Greymane. Hiraeth is able to jump out though, and the fight continues. Lauber is being saved. Sylvanas is now also helping out as best she can. But they also lost a fair amount of hit points now on their Immortals. So this is quite the battle that we're seeing between the teams. A lot of action on this one. But Sylvanas already splitting off again in the attempt to take the objective for them. Captain Rax is low and is able to escape. Or is he? Yeah, Hogar's still not giving up on this and gets close. But they're really fighting this one out. And Bishop's always moving over to the right side as best as he can to get a couple of extra hit in. And the Cats are starting to have a bit of a problem getting close enough to getting good damage out. Stun into stun! And Tyrael might die here. Is actually able to escape, which in and of itself is incredible. They're really committing to the objective now and they're gonna get the Immortal. Can they keep everybody alive though? There's the heal. Rega is still good and they are getting out. They even have a level 7 talent advantage over their opponent for now. So job well done. The Cats, they didn't get a kill yet, but they have the first objective. Now they just need to defend it and make sure that they're gonna get some value out of this, which might become a bit tricky if they're not here in time. So yeah, that Immortal is losing his shield very fast. So now everybody is finally ready. But they're getting fully stopped before they can even reach the Immortal. So the Immortal is fighting all alone against the wall and is now also getting taken out by the rest of the team. So despite the fact that the blue team took the first objective, they don't really get a whole lot out of it. Genji was together with Yrel at the bottom of the map, so it was a 3 versus 4 in the first place. And outside of them destroying the wall, they're not getting too much done here. So yes, they have taken a bit of a structure lead, but it's nothing to write home about. Nothing crazy. Now, on top of that, we also have the next camp taken. Yrel has already sniffed out that Hoga is trying to do the same thing at the bottom of the map. But the fight here hasn't really stopped yet. Yeah. The one thing that I really like so far about the tournament and the games that we've seen up to this point is that we have seen aggressive games, but generally teams are really trying to play it a little bit slow in the early game. And I like that a lot. It reminds me a bit of the way that HGC was played out. If you compare that to the qualifiers, teams were a lot more willing to just YOLO in and see if they got lucky. But here it's much more coordinated efforts that we're seeing from all the teams involved. Even though at this point it's really the Bang Bush that is driving this home. They are currently half a level ahead, they have 2 kills to 0, and they might not have won the first objective, but they're definitely winning the battles over the lanes and these team fights, which now results in them also getting serious damage on the top 4. And with level 10 that they're now getting any second, they will most likely also take the top 4 down completely. At least I don't see anybody stopping them here. So yeah, very nicely done. Great effort by them. Yrel gets taken out too, and that's a solo kill at the bottom of the map, which should never have happened in the first place. But level 10 makes it possible, of course. And now they're looking for another one against Tyrael. They take him down too. Lauber is still alive, and well, they get at least the counter kill on Imperius. But of course, this is a really good spot for the red team to be in now. But they're losing Lauber too. So now that level 10 is finally available for the Cats, they are really fighting back and showing their claws here. So Anduin, he made it out. Barely, I might add. But the top 4 hasn't fallen. So they were able to save this. That's actually impressive. That's actually really impressive. I did not think that they would be able to save the top 4. So now we are in a situation where the blue team is starting to seriously fight back, which is impressive in and of itself. Halftime show has been won by them too. They might be able to get another objective here. This is a pretty interesting one now. Actually, all of the games so far have been pretty sweet. I mean, we had a couple of 2-0s, don't get me wrong. But even those games were very entertaining. And this one is not holding back either. Another big fight and the light bomb engage. Nice! Great coordination. They get a double kill. They want the triple, and they're gonna get that one too. Rega absolutely wrecked by the delivery boy. Nice. What a kill. Haven't seen an Anguirus kill in, well, ever. So yes, nicely done. They're even trying to go for Genji now. Lauber misses the Stormbolt. And, well, they go for the objective again. But guys, check this fight out. So at that point, I mean, they're just murdering Greymane, pushing him into the wall, get the easy kill, and then afterwards they're making a play for Tyrael too. Those kills allow them to now go for the Immortal, 7 kills to 2. both of the forts are very low. So they can go for a two-pronged attack here and take both of the forts down. Shouldn't be a problem. There's the mind control, and Tyrael, wow, gets saved by Rhaegar. That was a close call, though. Bottom fort is already gone. Now they're focusing on the top one. Hogger has to move out, but we have level 13. So for the cats, this is a bit of a tricky one. They want the kill on Hogger, and they are about to get him. The shockwave. He gets the damage out, but he still dies. Now, it doesn't change the fact that the fort has just fallen, so both of the forts are down, and they get a counter kill on Tyrael. Tyrael, in this case, is just trying to activate his trade over and over again. He's not really dying, he's just trying to get trade value. But they're getting value at the top now. And they can also steal a few camps away. Level 13 is in. The boots are in play. 3 kills, 2, 9, 12 in total. And at the bottom of the map, they still gotta defend this. But yeah, guys, it's a wild one. Yeah, we're definitely in for a wild ride in this game. The action is all over the place at this point. Blue team is suffering a bit more. I mean, they're always fighting back here. I also gotta say that Tyrael with the level 1, the Ardent Restoration, they're not getting a whole lot on this, do they now? And Imperius is dead. Imperius is down, easily destroyed. So now it's 4 kills to 5, and they got their own level 13. But the next objective should be announced soon, and then the party is going to start up once more. You always, yeah, you gotta be a little bit careful if you move in this deep with Tyrael, because there's still Sylvanas and she has mind control. Yeah, there it is. Against Meneldur this time, not a problem, but Captain Rex might be in trouble. Oh, saves himself into the sanctification. If he would have moved just a little bit farther out of it, he would have died. But he is alive, so they are able to save everyone here. That was a top-notch sanct for sure. Bot lane, while all of this is happening, is under pressure, and Yrel is now moving there to deal with it, because if not, then they're going to lose the wall here, but for now they're still fine. At the same time, we have the camp attacked again on the right side, Shaman camp. This one, yeah, they won't be able to rely on it. So, another problem for the cats. Top lane pressuring, no fort for them, catapults building up. Opponent with a lead and experience, which could actually translate into a talent advantage around the halftime show. Lauba is throwing out a couple more zoning storm bolts. And they're trying to fight this one. Fight it before your opponent is level 16. That has to be the gameplay. Again, the mind control. Yrel forced to use her ult here. That's a big cooldown she just burned. And they are going for Imperius. And Imperius is alive! And they nearly get the kill on Genji. He gets saved and Imperius is down. The cats are fighting tooth and claw to try and make it back into the game here. But 16 is getting closer and closer. It's a 5 versus 4 in favor of the blue team though. But the top lane is also getting attacked as the Shaman camp is pushing for the keep. A stun into the Immortal stun. And down goes Tyrael. Tyrael is dead and level 16 is ready. A 4 versus 4 with a level 16 talent advantage for the Bang Bush, and the top keep is soon gonna start to take damage if nobody deals with it. So yes, this is getting more and more problematic by the second. So much trouble now for the blue team. With level 16 we got the double pull for the Glyph of Faith. And of course, this is a halftime show victory for sure for the Bang Bushes. They are now going for the Immortal to burn it down as quickly as they can. And this keep has taken way too much damage. 50% on that bad boy. 50% on this. Damage output so far, 51,000 for Sylvanas, 52,000 for Greymane. Yeah, he's bringing the numbers here. Greymane really does. But now they're of course going to try and use that level 16 advantage as best as they can. They're coming in here with more and more aggression. Counterplay attempts by Drakia from the back as he's looking for targets with Genji. But the Immortal is low, and a big Immortal at this point would be such a huge problem. The cats, they want level 16. They're desperately trying to get close enough to level 16 so that they can at least fight with even talents and maybe hope for a good team fight. Lauba, has he hit a Stormbolt in this game? I mean, he's zoning them out nicely, don't get me wrong. But not a lot of stun value has been had here. They're still fighting back though. The defensive position of the cats is solid. But they're way behind in this one. And now they might have to give up a bit of ground here. Which is being used once again by Bang Bush mercilessly to take the Immortal down another couple of hit points. Good shots are coming. Mind control against Tyrael, but he's still Gucci. He's still fine. And 16 is nearly there. 16 is nearly there. Not now. No, he dies again. Tyrael is dead just as they are about to get their next talent. Oh boy, they bought so much time, and then just as they're hitting 16, they're losing Tyrael. So yeah, he's, by the way, still at 7 stacks on his level 1. That might not have been the choice here. Now we get the final cut here. The Tooth and Claw is also in, but the Immortal is about to be taken. 16 talents are claimed. We got the Burning Halo after the Sword of Justice. And the Immortal under attack. 6 deaths on Tyrael. He died 6 times. Yeah, and here's the Stormbolt. They go for the Rhaegar. The Self-Ancestral. Genji trying his best to get the counter kill. The Mind Control also missing, but the doggy is dead. Rhaegar is down, and that is bad news. He's gone for another 38 seconds. No support for them. Tyrael, oh my god. He came, he saw, and he died. Veni, Vidi, BG. And this is going to be the end of the bottom keep. I mean, 100%. They might lose the game here. The Bang Bush with the banging opening into game number 1 of this best of 5 series here in the winner bracket semi-final. They're looking absolutely fantastic here now with 13 kills to 5. They want another one and they go straight in. Yrel is able to pop her ult and jump out. Muradin in hot pursuit. Mind control, and Yrel is dead. Goodbye, Space Goat. She's obliterated. Kill after kill after kill as the Bang Bush is showing absolutely no mercy. Genji is dead. Imperius dies. 15 kills to 6. They are on their way to victory. They want the game, and there's nobody really to stop them. Only 3 defenders are left. It's a 4 versus 3. The Immortal even has a shield up. Nice sanctification, but I think it's too little too late. The core is already losing hit points, and that Immortal is just murdering them. Absolutely crushing it here. They're trying to get a kill. Bishops goes down, but guess what? So does the core. Even the catapult is helping out. This is game number 1 for the Bang Bush as they lock in the lead in the best of 5. Nicely done. We are headed to game number 2 of the match.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Infernal Shrines, map number 2 in the best of 5 series. The Bang Bush, pretty good team. It got wild at some points in Battlefield of Eternity, but now we're heading into the second map of the best of 5 series. We are in the winner bracket semi-final of this event. So the Cats against the Bang Bush, everybody. Well, as we're heading into the draft, I also want to highlight again for everybody that missed it that we have another international event coming up, an offline event in October. So the offline event is being held in Miami again, and this time we're going to have 3 European, 3 North American, and 2 Korean teams that are involved. That's the plan. So guys, if you haven't heard anything about it and you're watching this on YouTube right now, check out the video description. I'm going to include a link on all the details there too. We have open qualifiers for the Western region, so you can even participate with a couple of your friends if you want to have a chance to go to the event. Flights for the teams are covered, so as the hotel. But again, we would like to make the event even bigger, include additional casters, increase the production and other things. So there's a GoFundMe that is attached to this as well. And the cool news is that everything that is donated is doubled by our sponsors. So that makes the whole thing even more attractive. And if for some reason we actually run over budget, then there's also a charity aspect to the whole thing, which is apparently especially interesting to the Americans amongst you. But definitely check those links out. It's going to be a huge event. Qualifiers are going to be insane as well. So if you want to see the regions, the top regions in Heroes of the Storm, battle it out in an offline environment again, then you should definitely have a look there. And of course, there's also the possibility to watch this at the venue. So if you live in the US, you live close to Miami, well, there you go. But yeah, with that being said, check out the links in the video description if you're watching this on YouTube. We are going to focus now on draft number 2 of our X-Cup Summer Playoff match, where this time we have both of Bishop's heroes banned out. So now they're not only banning Hanzo, but they're also banning Sylvanas out. Like really targeting him. Lucio and Diablo, early picks. It's actually the first game today, I believe, where we see Lucio. Normally he is a very consistent ban. really empowers teams. And it's not only the fact that they can, you know, just rotate so much quicker on a lane, but then also, of course, the heals themselves. So that's actually a lot. But yeah, either way, with this, we got Khaldor as the first pick. With Blaze, I mean, for Infernal Shrines, it makes perfect sense. They're getting Junkrat too. There's a lot of good picks already. And with Jojo, they now have tons and tons of wave clear and also position on the shrine. So yeah, that's a lot actually. Not too bad. Yeah, we got Johanna and Blaze for shrine control and AoE. And then on top of that, we're getting Junkrat for the outside poke. Now banning out Sergeant Hammer here. Yeah, makes also sense. They definitely don't want them to get that as well. There's too much to protect the hammer already. And you couldn't with Junkrat also be used for the use the displacement here the entire time. But yeah, either way, we have, with that being said, the final ban incoming. Already, Diablo has been taken early on. I guess that Lauber was away when they started to draft, so that's why Skok took it and are going to switch it over. They're banning out Mephisto. But we still got Bishops, and my question is just what he's gonna pick. They were trying to target him as much as they could. In the past, we've, again, seen him on Cassia, we've seen him on Lunara. Plenty of heroes he could pick there. Falstad, another good one for him, too. And Falstad actually also makes sense, because, again, Infernal Shrines, you can go for a lot of side lane pressure and do your thing there. And he played Vala once, and he plays her again. Actually, this is kind of my day, I feel. I always loved good Vala plays, and today we had already 3-4 games with Vala, which is actually fantastic. So yeah, pretty awesome. Now, what did we get? We got Dehaka, Vala, so we got a global, got AoE on the shrine, and the final 2 picks are coming. Captain Rex, maybe with ooh, ho, ho, ho. They're trolling. Now they're really trolling. Deckard, Kane, and Suljin. Alright. Off we go. Lauber is the last pick. Well, not really Lauber, but like they need a bit more damage, I guess. Or another melee. And they go for Tyrael. The side lane Tyrael is happening. Or is it really going to be Lauber with him? Either way, it's going to be a fun one. Massive front line for the red team once again. We got Vala here too. So yes, Bishops is going to be the only range damage dealer for them again. But Tyrael, most of this melee assassin Tyrael that Nick has been playing a long time. Game number 2. Infernal Shrines on the map. Let's go, everybody. The Cats against the Bangbush. The Cats against the Bangbush. The second map is Infernal Shrine. And then I think we're in for a wild one. Guys, we got Captain Rex on Deckard Kane. More importantly, we have Suljin in the game. So, oh yeah, here we go. It's time to troll a little bit. Heroes with Suljin, Khaldor on Blaze. We got Okta on Johanna. Drakia on Junkrat. And Bishops with a multi-shot build is playing Vala for the red team with Henning on Lucio. Skok on Tyrael. And Lauber and Diablo, Svamgrota, the third melee in the bunch, is playing Dehaka. So, let's go. We currently got on level 1 Recklessness for Suljin. And it should be a good one. You don't get too many Suljin games, but I'm really looking forward to this. They're already trying to murder Lauber here, as you should in the early game. But he is able to get out this time. Now, Bishops with Vala, that has already been a bit of a treat when we had him in the game earlier playing an arrow build. But right now, you're looking at a multi-shot build on Infernal Shrines, which was always fantastic. And he is getting some mad stacks together here. Now, they're losing Dehaka, but this 5 versus 5 that we just had in the middle of the map allowed him to get 10 stacks very, very quickly. And as Vala, of course, stacks into the late game, that's enormous damage, not only against the opponent's team, but also at the same time towards the objective whenever the shrine is active. So Bishops is already trying to play around that as best as he can. And even dodging out on that, okay. Yep, and another 3 hits. Nicely done. Brings the patience in as well. So, yep, here we go. Now, this is a pretty good early game here for the Bangbush, honestly, despite the fact that they lost one of their heroes, because if they keep stacking like this with Bishops, then they're gonna have some insane AoE. I mean, already they're having some very decent numbers with the Dehaka coming in. That front line is super powerful. We can expect that Tyrael is going for Judgment. At least anything else would surprise me. And all the way up at the top, what do we get here? Meneldoors from Grota. Yeah, I just like playing around this a little bit. Just like trying to annoy each other as best as they can, but nothing really of consequence. At the same time now, though, we have the level 4 talent kicking in, and the teams are both making plays for their camps. A little bit more aggressive here by the Bang Bush as they are trying to steal one away. And they are going to be able to pull that off, aren't they? Blaze isn't here yet, so this is looking really good for them. And it's looking really good for Vala too, because she's stacking even more. Now they're going for Jojo, and they're going to get the kill here. So easy kills for the Bang Bush. And 17 stacks already for Bishop, so he's got to complete the quest reward in absolutely no time, and then can stack way past that. Talking stacks, we have 9 for Suljin, who gets snacked up by Dehaka here for just a second, and Diablo follows up on it, and that's a dead troll. Nice! Very nicely done. Okay, so that was actually pretty sweet. That was really well done. The Tong into Lauber's combo, and that controlled Dehaka, sorry, not Dehaka, Suljin long enough so they could get the kill. That was pretty sweet. And now they also had an experience. That's really important because it means that the early level 7 talent should help them on the shrine. So the Bang Bush, after a very good game number 1, is now carrying that momentum into the second game of the best of 5 series. But they might lose Lauber here, and that timing couldn't be any worse if he actually does die. Lauber low, and he makes it out. Also thanks to Henning a bit. But that would have been quite a disaster if Diablo dies at that point in time. Just when they're ahead, you know. The trap hits Henning, and the quest is completed for Vala, as already expected. Where is the damage actually for him? 10,000, 12,000 for Suljin. Look at him. The troll is coming in heavy and is doing real damage here. Yeah, he is crushing that front line at least. If he gets stacks, can you imagine that late game? Yeah, we have 2 heroes that could do real wonders in a long game where both teams are just trying to, you know, get that final team fight victory. So yeah, this could be a wild one. Level 7 is now ready for both. We have, with that aggressive Tyrael build, now Purge Evil on level 7. Again, keep in mind, he's more played like a melee assassin in that context and not really as a tank. Another kill against Suljin. Bishops is crushing it on Vala. And they're looking for another kill on Jojo, which should be possible. Diablo comes in, they get the connect, and they get the kill. Even Junkrat is in trouble, but Henning moves past. That's a problem, though. Bishops is still able to move away. 27 stacks for him as is. And they are now at 24 towards the objective, 25. They're going to get the first Punisher here. Yeah, first Punisher should be a given for them now. Yeah, this is looking really, really good. And the damage has, of course, also exploded for Vala quite a bit during that fight. She's top damage in the game now, and I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. Suljin, technically, of course, could always make a huge comeback on the damage numbers if he's getting all of his stacks together. But time will tell. Now, the objective is up, so the first Punisher is already starting to move in, baited over the wall as you should. Level 7 is super important for Suljin as well, so the Arcanite axes are huge. And first of all, if Hirath is getting another stack together on the baseline, he's going to get the range increase. That's going to make it a bit easier to stack to 30 stacks, where he will get the double swing on the Arcanite axes. And this is where you can really, really stack for late game damage. But yeah, things are a bit tricky. So here come the hits. Hirath is on 16. He gets the kill. Vala is down. Bishop spent a little bit too deep on this. And even Henning is in trouble. But he makes it out. So Jojo is down, but so is Vala. Yeah, there's level 10, and that gives us, as expected, Judgment. Tyrael has to fall back, though. And they didn't even take the fort down. Now, not that this one is gonna live long, but they didn't take it down for now. 20 stacks for Suljin. That last encounter allowed him to get some very easy stacks. He got 6 in total in that last fight, just in the last, I want to say, 20 seconds. So we are going to see quite the battle here. Once that he's at 30 and he has a double swing on the Arcanite axis, he's going to get a lot of damage on those in team fights. And Suljin can really pack a punch in the later stages. But then again, you look over to Tyrael and he's already sitting at 18 stacks on the Ardent Restoration. Now they're making a play up here for the old man, and Deckard Cain is not going to make it. Deckard Cain is down, and they get the kill on Junkrat. Yeah, you've been judged and you haven't been found worthy. Now with Jojo, they're going into the Falling Sword. They also got the Taz Dingo and Stay a While and Listen. Was of course a bit of an unfair battle considering that only one team had level 10 abilities in that encounter. Is he going Rocket Ride? Oh, please, just do it. Nah, it's Riptire. I don't know. I mean, obviously Riptire is the better ult, don't get me wrong. But Rocket Ride is just so much fun. I would love for them to just pick it. But yeah, that's not happening here. So the camp got stolen away as well. Nothing really happening here. 7 kills to 2 now. It's all about the next objective. A bit more damage down here at the bottom of the map. But the stage is set. Now we have both teams with level 10 abilities. But then again, if I look at this, there's a really good chance that Dangush is getting level 13 for the next fight. And that's a problem. Now they're trying to go for Sonya. For Jojo again. But yeah, not happening. Not happening just yet. So, either way, all the way up at the top, what we get there is Blaze still pushing this out. I mean, of course, they are going to try and close the experience gap as best as they can. 33 stacks now for Vala, who's still doing pretty well there. Good hits, though. I mean, already good hits from Suljin, even without the double swing. He still wants the 30, and now that he has the range increase after the 15, it's made a bit easier. But they are falling behind in talents again, and this is really the big problem. Do you fight now? Do you go for the Punisher? Despite the fact that you don't have level 13? Can you make that happen? That's always the big one. Vala is sitting at 25,000 damage, but look at Suljin. Our boy is really bringing it back. Despite the fact that Bishop is stacking like a madman, Suljin is now on pretty okay numbers. And again, complete the baseline and Bob's your uncle. So they're trying to fight for this. Camp is taken at the top. They're at least gonna get a bit ahead initially. But that 13 talent is still, yeah, honestly, yeah, still a problem. Now they're trying to go into the fight as we speak. And we have Judgment up in another 2 seconds. Big barbecue. The ult being used by Suljin. Can they save him? They can. Nope, they cannot. Tyrael gets the double kill. Jumps in deep. Is still able to move out. Skok is playing an absolute murderous Tyrael. Nick brought him back into that melee assassin position. And now the Bang Bush is using him. And Skok, honestly, is just a monster lately. He's been playing so many fantastic games, it's crazy. He's played fantastic during the Masters Clash. Now we have him here at the X-Cup playoffs with all some very, very cool moves. And they're winning the next objective too. They're pulling farther and farther ahead in experience. It's honestly a problem for the Cats because they have a really tough time catching up on this. They're trying their best, especially of course since they know that with Suljin they have somebody that can stack well into the late game. But if they're always having to fight battles with the talent disadvantage, then it makes it just so much more difficult. Again, they're 2 levels behind. They just locked level 13 in, but they already know that 16 will be available soon for the Bang Bush. So another huge problem here. And they're having to... Look how deep they are sitting right now. Since they know that Judgment is going to be up in another moment. And if you are behind and going up against this particular lineup, you have to be so tricky because the range from which they can engage is huge. So 35 stacks for Tyrael. I mean, Ardent Restoration in this case is pretty amazing. Yeah, so that heal, if you keep that up throughout the game, you get some solid numbers in. And there's level 16 now. So while the Punisher is slowly being taken apart, the wall is falling. We still have that battle in the middle of the map where Meneldor is trying to hold on to the fort. But the 4 versus 4, the bot lane continues. And let's not forget about Vala and her stacks either. She's sitting at 49. Yeah, this is getting really dangerous. I mean, all of that. Okay, so... Oh, I like the hits that we're getting from at least the Arcanite axes. And as I said before, once he has the 30, they're looking a little bit better here. But it's just that gap in experience that is their biggest problem and their biggest worry. The next fight for the next objective, that should be fine. But I really think that they have to win that one or they're going to fall too far behind here. And of course you have also Global against you, which makes matters even worse. So there is a huge amount of side lane pressure that Dehaka can exude. Which is another big problem. Yeah. I mean, let's take a look at the numbers here again. 37,000 damage now for Vala. Suljin has even fallen behind Dehaka here. Look at Tyrael and he's at 14k, but let's not forget he got a few kills for them already. And Vala's feeling pretty good here. Not only about the hero damage, siege damage of course, on the shrine battles in particular is also very, very strong. You're gonna lose this either way, but it's a matter of whether or not you can get the experience to get to 16 for the next objective. That's the big one. So, yeah. They are hurting. The cats are hurting. They need to stop the bleeding here. And they're trying to also get hits in against Khaldor, against Tyrael. Anything that can help Suljin to get to 30. If they get 30 before the next objective, that would be so good for the Shrine fight. But yeah, it's the Bangbush that is really running the show here. With 9 kills to 2, a 2-level lead, and all the forts destroyed, they're in a great spot. So 25 stacks now for Herath on the baseline, 33 for his Arcanite Axis. And there's level 16 now for them. Alright, wrong place, wrong time. Yep, there we go. Gets the big damage in. But they still got the stacks. Oh, they need them. They want to fight now. They want to fight while they're still on even talents. Nice. This is the lockdown that they need. Also to help Suljin out with a couple of extra hits. And he gets them right now. If they make it to 20, they will of course be able to upgrade the level 10 on Suljin. And that's going to be fantastic for him. That's going to be massive if they get to that point. Not that there aren't a lot of heroes that will highly benefit from Storm Talents on the red team side either. Vala being one of them. But yeah, the Shrine is activating. 26 stacks for Suljin. He's not there yet. Oh boy. Yeah, he's not there yet. And look at Vala. 58. 43 for Tyrael on the level 1. Damn. So, yeah, they're getting ready. This is the big battle. This might be the last real battle that the cats can fight. They need a bigger win here. Vala already vaulting forward. Bishops, yeah, no fucks given. Full aggression once again from him. And he's getting good hits together, but he also has to be very careful. If he dies, the team doesn't have a range damage dealer anymore. So yeah, he is going to be a prime target. 27 stack. He's going for Diablo. 28, 29. Does he get the last one? He does need only one more, and there it is. But they lose their Kain. Big hits from Suljin at least, but I don't think those hits are big enough. Menildor is on the run, and he can't bunker up anymore. He dies too. They go for Suljin. He gets damage out, but it's not nearly enough. They lost the support too soon. Now we nearly have level 20 for the Bangbush, and boy, this is looking bad. The damage output, yes, Suljin spiked a little bit. Junkrat still ahead of him, but Vala, they are absolutely crushing us. Just look at the minimap. The bottom keep is already in so much trouble. At the bot lane, we have the Shaman camp pushing this in as well. Level 20 talents are available. They're getting absolutely crushed here. Any more pressure on the cats and they're turning into a diamond. The Bangbush is just murdering them on every single lane, while at the same time the Haka is getting the objective for them. Bot lane, mid lane, top lane, everything is getting attacked here. And it's just a total nightmare for the cats. Yeah, Vala, she is crushing it. The Punisher has been taken. The first keep is falling. The keep at the top lane is going to get attacked in another moment. They're moving to the mid lane now too. This is looking more and more like a 2-0 lead for the Bangbush. The cats, they lose Suljin again, and that should be the end of the game. A 3-level advantage, 14 kills to 2. Once more, the Bangbush show their class here as Khaldor is trying to put them to sleep and slow them down a bit. That doesn't work either. Another stray from Vala. 68 stacks on the multi-shot. Another keep falls. Only the one at the top lane remains. Diablo dies, but he at least has the souls. And the core is losing hit points. Vala with a 65,000 damage. Junkrat not even close, my friend. Another judgment. Tyrael is jumping all over the place like a bunny on crack and is getting the hits in. That's game. Another victory for the Bangbush. They take the 2-0 lead in the best of 5 series here at the winner bracket semi-final as we are headed for game number 3. Towers of Doom, everybody! Map number 3. Bangbush is a bit on a tear right now with a 2-0. They have put themselves into a fantastic position to move on to the winner bracket final. Now, of course, there are still quite a few teams in the tournament that would heavily contest them taking that one. since tomorrow, on the second day of the tournament, we're going to see, for example, Chili Mountain and Team Oxygen played as well. But at least for today, it's the Cats against the Bang Bush. And in this best of 5, we currently have one team that is dominating pretty heavily, and that is the Bang Bush. Very nicely done on the last map. They controlled Suljin well. And honestly, the problem that you sometimes just have on a map like Infernal Shrines is that you always feel like you're just one step behind your opponent. You can really see that around these objectives, most of the time the Cats were just a little bit too far behind and couldn't really close the gap there. And that was a big problem. And they really struggled to make that work. So as it stands now, we still got to see what else can be done here by them. But at least for the time being, they have to technically fight through 2 games before they can reach the 5th map and maybe move on to the next round. So it's literally like 3 match points. For the Bang Bush, it's 3 match points right now. First pick on Blaze. That doesn't come as a shock. On towers, you have again Lucio banned out, Sergeant Hammer. It's really something that nobody wants to deal with these days. It's more or less a question of who actually bans it out. But yep, let's get started. Dehaka would be a good one for the top lane once again. Junkrat is still up as well. Muradin is another hero that Laura plays a lot on this map, but I would expect the tank to be picked a bit later. Yeah, Hogga and Dehaka. They really love that triple frontline. I mean, most teams have a lot of triple frontline compositions, but I think lately the Bang Bush has really been one of the teams that has just busted these out time and time again. And Skork on Hogga is a beast. He's a monster. I mean, his Tyrael on the last map also was fantastic. But let's see what else they can do here. So, Sylvanas and Diablo. Blaze Diablo. It's a pretty hit point heavy setup they have now. Hanzo's the only one that they banned against Bishops this time. It would be kind of funny if they would just get rid of Vala at some point. Bishops has been playing Vala now multiple times, and I personally would really like it if he just picks her again. Just go for Vala again, maybe even an auto attack style this time, and threaten Diablo and Blaze throughout the entire game. Now, I love that Tyrael is banned these days, not because he's a fantastic tank that can use Sanctification and empower the team to dive in deep, but he's literally getting banned because he's such a strong melee assassin that just jumps in and out, gets the damage in, uses judgment, provides the extra stun and engage, can force you into fights that you just don't want to have, and still supplies the shield too. So yeah, Tyrael gets banned. We get Lauber with Muradin. That was more or less a given, I guess. And yeah, what is Bishops going to pick? Is it going to be another Vala for them? I mean, first of all, we have the Cats, so what are they going to take? They're still here for Drak here. Andrin has been banned, but they go for the Malfurion and Genji combo. Whereas Bishops, last but not least, has the choice of his final weapon. Genji and Sylvanas obviously threatening the backline. Oh, another frontliner. Who needs range damage, everybody? Who needs range damage? Dehaka, Hogga, Muradin, and Imperius. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, now they're going absolutely ham on this one. Towers of Doom, map number 3, the first match point of the series. Let's head straight for it. The Cats against the Bang Bush, and well, the Bang Bush went for the Bang Bush special. But let's introduce the blue team first. We have Maeneldo on Blaze, we got Horny Octa on Diablo, I got Drak here on Genji, Heroes on Sylvanas, and Captain Rex on Malfurion. And as somebody in Twitch chat earlier pointed out already, Genji's looking at this like, target not detected, baby. Because he's looking over to the Bang Bush and he's like, well, I got a Dehaka, I got a Muradin, a Hogga, and an Imperius to choose from. Maybe a Rhaegar that I could go for, but where are all my squishy range damage dealers? And well, there are none. Because the red team decided that range is overrated. So they just went full melee. And they got a lot of stuns. They have a lot of stuns here, and you know what? Malfurion is the first one to die. Yeah. Frontline Malfurion was immediately killed. The birdie got plucked. So, yeah, that's the tree hugger eliminated, and they're going for another kill. Diablo is dead too. Jeez, what an opening. Now, at the top, Svamgrotte at least is getting attacked, but they have absolutely no way of taking him down just yet, and everybody else is now moving topside too. So they're rotating from one lane to another, and Bishops is just saying like, hey boys, I got a Sylvanas here, looky, looky, looky. And there's another kill. 3 kills! 3 kills in the early game. They're just going for full crowd control here. And they're just roaming the map. Lauber is embarrassing himself again with the pleb horse that he's riding. Doesn't he have a rare and unique mount that he could pick? I mean, I feel like he has a rare and unique mount he could take, but no, we get a pleb horse from him. So yeah, that's just griefing. But they are raiding everything. 3 kills to 0. They steal the opponent's camp away. They have such a massive hit point pool. It's so tricky to take them down at this point. This is insane. This early game is crazy. Can you imagine the value, by the way, of Farsia's blessing later on when they're clumping up like this? So, yeah, it's getting a bit crazy. Now, both of the pumpkin camps have just now been taken. And they're going from one stun into another stun. Guys, I have the feeling that CC is pretty good in this game. Menaldor still made it out. You know why? Because he has CC. Exactly, that's why. Okay, so level 4 is ready. Rhaegar, by the way, went also into the Stormcaller here on level 1, so goes full Storm build. We got Lauber jumping out of the fight with 12 stacks to his level 1. But this is quite the draft and quite the battle too. You can see that for the cats, this isn't easy at all. They're literally sitting here thinking like, hey guys, how do we deal with this now? And at least in the early game, they're really struggling. Later on, we could definitely see them turn this around, but for now, they are attempting to stop the bleeding somehow. Diablo gets attacked. There's just nobody dying. There's nobody even getting low. They're getting another connect in, and that's another kill. Diablo is dead. That's 4 kills to 0. They're already half a level ahead. They're taking pumpkins all over the place, taking the bot lane apart. The entire wall has gone, and now the triple altar phase is starting. Obviously, if you're going for this many melee heroes, once you commit to a fight, you are committed. You can't just simply easily disengage, but that doesn't really matter when you're winning the fights. As long as you win them, you're totally okay. So Rhaegar gets one channel. They're still playing around the bot lane a bit. And up at the top, they are taking 1 out of the 2, I guess. And they're already pressuring for the bell tower. 1 stun. They're not going for more. They're going for Herath. And that's half of the hit points of Sylvanas just gone within a second. But nope, they're not getting Hogger. Well, actually, now they might. Menaldor, Genji! Muradin is humping out too. They don't even know who to attack. You turn around, all of a sudden the heroes are full HP again. With Rhaegar just getting all of those waves through. So now Menaldor is low. Hogger is already moving in the middle. And finally, round of applause here for the cats. Nicely done. They get the first kill in this game. Yeah, the cats, they get a kill. They take Imperius down. And here's the level 7 talents at this point. The Holy Fervor is in. We got the Skullcracker and we got the Blood and Thunder. Yeah, but the party is not gonna stop here. Sylvanas, she is the one that they need to use in these situations. And the red team knows that too, so she is a primary target. And gets instantly attacked. What a battle. Damn, son. They're really trying to somehow break through this. Okay, so at this point... Yeah, they're going... Muradin. Look at Lauber. Jumping in deep, looking for that zoning Stormbolt. Half a level ahead still. And of course they've also taken a slight advantage here on inexperience. And on the objective. 99 on the level 1 for Rhaegar. Okay. And all the way up at the top, what do we get here? Yeah, Skog is just trying to take structures down. With success, I might add. Goodbye, towers. Single altar up on the map. Finally a camp, by the way. This is the first one that the cats were able to take. Oh, no, no! Oh, the reaction time on track here. Did you guys see that? Damn! I mean, he was able to barely made it out just by him just instantly clicking this. Like a panther, those reflexes. And again, now they're going for Diablo. Oh, the drag Sylvanas! And she dies. Sylvanas is down. I don't even want to imagine what the level 10 abilities are going to be here. I mean, Lauber we know. He's definitely going to go for Haymaker. We know that. But what about the rest of them? Are we getting some craziness? I mean, it's crazy enough that Diablo is now dead too. Imperius at least dies. This is the second time that he falls, by the way. Reported for feeding, I'd say. But Genji is still dead. Lauber went for the Mercy Bolt. Missed it. But now, what do we get? We get more stuns from Shockwave, because CC is a good thing. We got the Wrath of the Ingirius. Of course it's Bloodlust. I mean, what else would it be? And was it ever in doubt that we would get Haymaker from Lauber? Of course not. So, yep. Level 10 abilities already. 7 kills to 2. Stormbolt, Bloodlust, and poor Diablo. They really want to fuck him up, don't they? Look at this. Oh, he's still alive, by the way. He's still alive, and they're unleashing everything on him. And they're finally able to get that kill, but it definitely cost them. Kind of ridiculous if you think about it. They used every single ult that they had for that kill, with the exception of Haymaker. Everything else they just YOLO'd out to get a kill on Diablo, who's immediately back on the map because he had the soul stacks together. That's where we're at. But yeah, Imperius is down again. Okay, at this point this is too much. Imperius, what are you doing, my friend? What are you doing here? Imperius has to rename himself into Interius at this point. He's inting hard. I mean, really hard. Third time that he falls, the only one to die. Lauber felt a bit sorry for him, so he into 2, and now with the level 10, all of a sudden we're getting kills. Alright, the cats are back, ladies. The cats have level 10, and they're just like, okay guys, we're done with this shit. Let's bring this back here. Now we have our utility talents on level 10. It's time to turn this game around a bit. 5 kills to 8, and they have the lead in XP all of a sudden. Yep. Double altar activating at the top. And they're bringing it back. Yep. The cats, they're looking at this and they're like, no. Not like this. Not like this. We're not going out like this that easily. We're gonna fight back here. We're gonna make those plays. Now they have the altar advantage. Dibbles gets attacked again. Keep in mind he doesn't have his soul stacks together. And they're still trying up at the top. Yeah, first 5 shots have already been fired. They at least get... sorry, first 3. They get their 5 now. Big connect, 25 to 31. Hogger's obviously now trying to bring this back. Sylvanas is one of the big assets that they have right now. Get a couple of camps. Push in. Get some hits in. And talking about camps, they're trying to escort one in at the bot lane as we speak. Hogger is already making a play. Lauber's jumping out. But let's go. Rhaegar, 190 stacks, by the way. Alright. So yeah, he really wants to make himself a bit tanky here, doesn't he? They might be able to get those in. Okay, Lauber has to get out. He has Haymaker. Don't forget about that. When the cooldown is back ready, could get somebody into the death zone. Dibbles with the barbecue. But there's the delivery system. And there's the Haymaker. Shots are fired. And down goes Sylvanas. But so does Hogger. And so does Rhaegar. Genji. Look at our boy here. Kill after kill. Gets another one in as they're dropping their Hakas. 3-for-1 trade. The cats are pulling heavily ahead here now after they finally got their heroic abilities. They're really unleashing an absolute barrage of kills. Bishops is about to die too. 8 kills to 9. And yeah, Bishops made it out. But there's one altar on the map and they're going to get this one. It's actually a little bit unlucky for the cats that every single altar phase that we've seen so far didn't really give them enough altars to instantly bring this back. But they have pressure against those bell towers at least. So it seems like the Bang Bush went a little bit too far with the draft here. It's not really working out like they wanted. They had really good early game. But now things are turning. And they're turning quickly. Pretty much a level lead already for the cats. So slowly and steadily... Map number 4 at least is becoming more likely. 25 to 25, we're tied. We are tied, ladies and gentlemen. 27,000 damage for Hogger, 40,000 for Sylvanas. You can really see the damage difference between the two teams now. Again, in the early game, the beefy composition of the Bang Bush gave them full advantages on the camp fights and the battles over the shrines and altars, but now things are looking a little bit different. Now, there's still an enormous amount of CC, and nicely done by Menaldor to dodge out on it. If he would have been caught there, that would have likely been a kill. considering that the entire red team, with the exception of Muradin, was ready to rotate in to get this one. He's, by the way, the only one that hasn't died in the game yet. Khaldor is still alive and has not fallen once. Yeah. Diablo, they try to get him. That didn't really work out. Bishops is fully in the corner. They might get a kill here. Isolation on Diablo, though. Yeah, this isn't over yet. Genji keeps poking. And Muradin is down at the bottom of the map and is using his amazing wave clear kappa to bring this one around. At least he has the bronze beard rage on level 13, so that helps him a little bit. But now they are also facing off against an opponent that runs level 16 talent, so gotta buy a little bit more time to get your own talent here. But okay. Another quick hit into the wall. Lauber. Yeah, they want to bring this back. The problem for them is really that in a 5 versus 3 bell tower situation, that triple altar phase is becoming a problem. That's also why they are so desperately trying to at least get the altar at the top lane, sorry, the bell tower at the top lane. Because if they can get that, it's at least a 4v4. In bell towers, of course. Yeah. It's a freebie down at the bottom of the map. That's 5 shots fired for sure. And they're still holding on to the top. So yeah, 5 shots and they only get 3 out of this one. So it doesn't really work out the way that they hoped for. Who gets the last one? Already the Cats are ahead. In every single aspect of the game. It's actually not quite true. They're behind in kills, but at the end of the day, kills don't really matter. So another 5 shots are fired and they're down to 15 points. 22 to 15, here we are. Yeah. The Cats are coming back with a vengeance. And they're looking for more kills. They're looking for the pumpkins too. Yeah. What can they go for? Are they trying to get him in? No. Haymaker didn't really do anything for them. There comes the Bloodlust. They go for Diablo. He's dead, isn't he? He has to be dead. Yes, he's down. But Lauber is also not looking too good and gets killed by Sylvanas and Genji. Malfurion, though, is also dead and Genji gets murdered too. This is a nice back and forth here. All of a sudden, the Bang Bush is starting to bring this back a little bit. And guys, this is not only the bottom bell tower that is in trouble. This one at the top is insanely low. And let's not forget about this. That doesn't have a lot of hit points either. There's a big momentum swing that is still possible for the red team. The longer these death timers are, the more of a problem they become. Malfurion has gone into the Twilight Dream because the red team has to stack up in every single fight, but he couldn't use it in the last battle. So this is gonna get potentially interesting again. The leading experience is back in the hands of the Bang Bush. They are behind in points on the core, but now another bell tower gets taken and they still have a shot to take the one at the bottom of the map as well. If that happens, then it's 6 bell towers to 2. And then you're really in trouble. So here we are. They try to make the play for Diablo. 250 stacks, by the way, for Rhaegar. And Diablo, he is in what we call in professional circles deep shit. He's dead. So say goodbye to their frontliner, and now you can say goodbye to that bottom key. That bottom bell tower. They go for Genji, and Genji gets murdered. Oh boy, they are really in trouble now. Yeah, they are really in trouble. That is 6-2-2 bell towers, and they might even go for the one in the middle. At the top, they gotta deal with this. Rhaegar, now that level 20 is available for the Bang Bush, is going for the channel. 6 shots fired. Bam! In your face. 16 to 15. That's where we're at. As they are trying to reclaim the top, the rest of the red team has made it into the mid lane to try and take this one. So they're gonna go for the change. 6 more shots fired. They're down to 10 points. And this is an absolute nightmare right now for the Cats. They're trying to hold on for dear life. They started a great comeback, but now they're struggling again. They're reclaiming the top, though, so that at least is helping a little bit. And they want to go for a kill, too. There's the Bloodlust, though! And they only got to kill the stun, and Lauber is dead. Lauber is down. They went a bit too deep. But another 3 shots are getting fired, thanks to the pumpkins. So we got 7 points against 15, and we got level 20. Oh, they go for the Admiral Akbar. It's a trap! And it gets found out. No face checking this time. Good for them. Yeah. Somebody's pogging. Oh, that tongue. If Swamgoda connects this one. Well, they're trying for another hit. Can't quite claim this one. But Genji is now back as well. Tries the ult, the AK, and they're out. Yeah, they're making it out now. Alright, level 20 for both teams in just a moment. But what a game. Yeah, this is a nasty one. They're trying to reclaim, of course, the bell towers, but guess what? The one in the mid lane will be taken. Rhaegar with the Gladiators Washout. We got the Grand Slam. We got the Unrelenting Descent here as well. Of cooldown reduction coming in too. Lunar Shower is now in. And we got the Dragon Becomes Me. They went for the boss, and guys, I don't know what to tell you, but they're down to 3 points on the core. 1 Pumpkin Camp is all that's needed. And now they're taking the one in the middle. So yes, it is a tricky one. The cats are in trouble again. The cats are really in trouble, and there's the fight. They want to force it around the bell tower that they just claimed. Once again, the ult from Rhaegar. Sylvana's trying to counter, but they can't, can they? They can't fight here. The bell tower is converted over. There's already the ult with Imperius as they're trying to just get out of the battle. And that is game. That's game. The 3-0 victory for the Bang Bush. They move on to the winner bracket final.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description, and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.